Three Together Big Local has delivered over £100,000 worth of small community grants over the past 10 years. Projects that I'm particularly proud of and which stick in my mind could be the Balance Bike project at Hetton Primary School, which really got children in early years off to a flying start with developing their sense of health and well-being and physical skills. And that project really worked, which then just linked into other community opportunities. There are cycle rides running from the Hut, there are cycle rides that take in Ellamore. So there's that real sense of we're starting from the beginning, but we're developing a lifelong skill that can be then extended as children grow. I think the small grants have really kind of demonstrated the impact from cradle, an example being the support given to the local baby and toddler groups, which is then fed into some of our local primary schools, bidding for money to develop their outdoor facilities, all the way through to the elderly population in the area.
I'm now 98 and I'm very thankful to these places.
My age is 92, and if it wasn't for the buses and LCAP and all the staff, we wouldn't be able to come here at all.
I think we've been really lucky to support some small grants where the impact starts really small but actually develops into a lifelong skill. A great example of that would be where we've supported some local primary schools to develop not only their book stock for teaching children to read, but also developing school library stock where children can develop that sense of reading for pleasure and that, love and enjoyment for books and for texts that will just carry them through life, really. I think the beauty of the small grant system is actually the range of different ideas that have come through that system. A great example of this we saw at Easington Lane Primary School, where they've commissioned a local artist to come in and share his artwork with the children, but also inspire the children into using what's on their doorstep in terms of the lane clock, the sculpture in the middle of Hetton and the pit wheel to create their own artwork, which then their parents have come and judged, and two lucky winners have had their work produced in the same style by that artist.
My name is Connor. I go to Easington Lane Primary School.
My name's Poppy and I go to Easington Lane Primary School.
My name's Jersey and I go to Easington Lane Primary School, and we did some art with this artist called Ben Holland
about all the different areas around where I live.
We went back to class to paint and I did like little spirals.
What I enjoyed the most is when they chose the winners.
The work itself was absolutely incredible. We're not only focusing on basic skills of English and maths, but we're inspiring the next generation of artists and designers. I think with our community groups facing increasingly tight budgets and the cost of living increases, it's been a real privilege and a pleasure to support some of our community groups with enriching experiences.
It's just great for them to be able to come to Hetton Buddies and get along with other children of the same age range and people just like them, so they don't feel left out.
This has been a place where my little boy can be himself. He doesn't feel different to what anybody else does.
So if we didn't have Hetton Buddies and the funding that we've been given, our kids would be stuck in the house with no friends, nowhere to go.
Help them to get young people more involved in activities outside of school and ensuring they had the equipment to be able to do that.
These groups are now talking to each other. I know that Hetton Buddies want to use the outdoor space at Hetton Primary School. So we've got some joined up thinking, some joined up working and some real legacy for children in this local area to build on their very early skills.